let the floor to Jennifer and Marion for an incredible wrap-up session, because so much was said all during this afternoon that I already congratulate Marion and Jennifer for their capacity to make a wrap-up of all these so rich sessions. Thank you so much, all of you, to be here. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Alta, for this great session.
Hello, everyone. So we're going to be very brief because we're already out of time. Thank you so much for joining us during a very intense Saturday morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are on the planet. And I must say the COVID-19 pandemic, you know, considered as one of the most crucial global health calamity of the century, caused obviously many issues throughout the world, but causing this meeting to happen online rather than being held in Spain, I must say, was not one of the negative impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. So as Martina Crispo raised, there are more and more complex issues as technology keep developing at a very fast pace. And we can see that the genome editing technology can be used to some extent to face the challenges raised by the COVID-19 pandemic. It can also be used to end malaria, as Elena Gomez-Diaz raised, can be used in agriculture, as Ruud de Maat developed, and finally can be used in human, as you already know, and it triggered so many reports and articles will not develop on that, as said Eric Melin. But the question is, now that we said that, what do we do now? As Altasharo pointed out, regulations are not uniform throughout the world, and probably speaking about coordination rather than uniformity or harmonization, as she wrote very recently on the chat, is a good way to tackle the issue. One other issue we need to address now in concrete ways are the inclusion of patients and lay public in the debate. And I think it was very important to have a patient organization perspective, thanks to Nick Mead today, to address this issue, and we'll never repeat enough how important it is, and to provide a layer of education before holding those kind of debates in a more inclusive way. And definitely ARRIGE faces some challenge and has the duty to act in that respect. And finally, there are so many guidelines, reports, expert groups, etc., as Eric Melin said, despite his optimistic gene. And this is true, and it is difficult probably to isolate the key takeaway and to adjust and adapt as technology evolves and society evolves as well. But clearly, starting with multidisciplinary exchanges is key in this process. And if I can quote again Altasharo, we cannot make good policy without good facts. So thank you for being part of the exchanges today. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. So feel free to continue the discussion on Slack, by emails, by any vector possible, and be assured that ARRIGE will be there. I leave the floor to Jennifer.
Thank you, Marion, and thank you for the great summary. I'm going to be shorter than you, and I'm simply going to begin by thanking all of you who participated today in this 4-hour intense, as Marion said, discussion. I also want to thank the members of the ARRIGE board who put this meeting together. I played a very little technical role in all of this, so I really wanted to take my hat off to those of you, and you know who you are, who were extremely active. And last but not least, I want to thank our speakers that we have had ever since 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Each talk was extremely professional, well presented, just in time, I haven't attended a Zoom conference as smooth and as rich as the one that we had this afternoon. So thank you to the speakers. It's really exhilarating to know that we are all speaking to each other from various places in the world. And this is something that the COVID has done has had a sort of a positive impact, even though we're all zoomed out, all of us. This has allowed for this meeting, the COVID has allowed for this meeting to occur with so many people from all over the world at, of course, a reduced cost and no carbon imprint. So those will be my last words. And I will give the floor back to Lluis, the president of ARRIGE. And like Marion says, we are here 24/7. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Marion and Jennifer. That was a nice wrapping up. And I know that Marion has been not only taking notes, but also making a very excellent drawings that she might be sharing later on. So you would be amazed to see this. So thanks to all the speakers. I think we all learn, and I'm just, my head is boiling with thoughts. And now I need to go back and reflect. I mean, this afternoon with all these 4 different talks that were excellent as well before the break. Again, apologies for not being able to broadcast properly the Gaetan Burgos video, but don't worry, we will upload it at the ARRIGE YouTube channel. And the same, this meeting will be uploaded publicly and will be shared. So thanks again, and we will continue discussing, as Marion pointed out, in many different communication channels. Thank you and stay safe.